begun!
Hello, and welcome to the CTB show. Today is July 29th, 2018. The weather is unusually fair. The Dow?
25,451.
Ooh!
I don't know what that means.
Welcome to the show.
It's like whose line is it anyway?
My name is Evan the Mayor. That is Brian the Levy.
Yeah, here I am. Hi, hello. Good to see you.
No jokes this week?
That was the
You're
joke.
not feeling jokey?
Not
feeling too quippy?
No,
Where are your witty quips?
They were brutalized. I was brutalized last night. I'm not operating at 100.
None of us are.
No.
And we'll get to that. And welcome back to the program, Casey the Kasem.
Howdy. I mean, I'm pretty well rested. I don't know about you guys.
Oh.
You know what? It's scary, the fact I believe Casey that he's more well rested than I am after the night I had last night and all that.
Top of the show plugs. Rescinded. We're getting straight into the meat.
No, I've got
I'm sorry.
a question.
Hold on
I've got
second.
a question for Brian.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a little bit of a problem. So, as a listener put it, Baby the Babum,
Yeah.
he has a little bit of a problem. He can't see too good.
Uh-oh.
Because he's a baby. So, Brian, you got anything for that?
Hi.
Baby glasses.
Hi. I'm the City That Breeds podcast program's Brian Levy. Do you need to get your baby?
Aren't you... Wait, you should be Baby the Babum.
Hi. Oh, wait. Hold on. But that presents a different question. What does Casey's baby sound like?
I think we're about to find out.
Baby the Babum.
Hey there, she.
Oh.
This is Catt and Cochran coming at you with some real live news.
I pray to the gods of the sun and the moon that we do this show long enough that we can get Canon Cochran on this show and have him record a spot for Warby Parker glasses.
All right there, she. I have important information for you about Warby Parker glasses. See, some of these babies, they have those weirdo colored plastic glasses. You see those?
All of the babies have those glasses.
I don't know.
Caitlin.
I don't know why they started, but you should get them some cool Warby Parker glasses, she, because those are the good ones, not those weird glasses that they put on the babies. I hate those things. All of my friends are having kids, and they all have these dumb glasses. First off, get better babies. Secondly,
You're an infant. How many of your friends are having babies?
oh right, I forgot. Not just a voice, an actual character. I hang out with an older crowd.
Oh.
I'm Catt and Cochran. I'm 3 weeks old. And all of my friends are in the 30s and 40s. And they're all having these crappy baby glasses.
Baby glasses?
And not getting them from Warby Parker for baby eyes so they can see good. Thank you.
Very advanced for 3 weeks.
He's smart. Thanks.
He knows how to talk and read and do all kinds of stuff. Also, we have another guest at Catamus Rex. Welcome to the show.
What up?
You've been on the show a total of 3 times at this point.
I guess what right now actually is the third.
Yeah, this is your third visit. Thank you very much for coming. Because we were unsure whether Casey would make a triumphant return. So it's always good to have an extra voice in the room. Anyway, glad to have you here.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Sweet. Last time you were on the show, we talked about kink clubs. And then the first time you were on the show, we talked about sci-fi novels. I don't know what we're going to talk about this time, but we're going to workshop it. That's for sure.
We're just going to find out.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the big news story of this episode. Casey, you had a baby 3 weeks ago. Yeah, why not?
Balls.
Oops, I meant to do this.
Fair enough.
Tell us about your baby and how amazing the birthing process was.
I mean, he's 3 weeks old. He can't see. He can't see good. So literally, cannot see good.
When do baby humans open their eyes? I know it takes wolves like 3 weeks.
Like his eyes were open like right away.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not like a long drawn
Now,
out
when you
process.
say he can't see good, you literally mean it's been diagnosed.
no. Yes, exactly. So off mic.
Yes, Caitlin says the rods and cones are not aligned. That's true. And another interesting thing is like when you see the toddler wobble, right? When they're like walking up on 2 feet and they're doing that little wobbly thing, it's because their neurons are not fully myelinated yet.
How long does it
Science!
How long does it take babies to learn to walk? Like 4 hours, right? Like a horse?
Exactly.
Yeah, like just instant. They
I
just
mean-
get out of the womb and they're like.
I mean, Canon, it took like 2 hours, and then.
But
you
he's
know,
advanced.
Yes.
He's an advanced.
First
He's-
of all,
he's
are
reading
you-
at like a
hold
10th
on.
grade reading level.
Casey, are we referring to this child by his middle name? Because his first name is Johnny.
Oh,
Johnny,
sorry, Johnny Cannon
Cochran.
And he's already graduated from law school.
Ooh,
Like,
Oh,
he's pretty
baby lawyer.
advanced.
baby lawyer. Ooh, good movie.
This summer, Tay Diggs is the baby lawyer.
Tay Diggs in a CGI performance with Katherine Heigl. Baby lawyer.
So everything I know about the birthing process does come from the first 10 minutes of Look Who's Talking.
It's accurate, very accurate.
So you told us you guys were in labor for a while, like
yeah,
3
I was
days.
kind of dancing around about it, but yeah. So there's a thing called I lost the name of it, but blood pressure is a concern when you're pregnant.
Preeclampsia.
Thank you, preeclampsia. That was
Look
a
at
concern.
you with your knowledge
For
about
10 points.
But yeah, so there was some concerns that she didn't have any of the symptoms, but her blood pressure was a little high. So they decided to induce. And then we were in labor for 36 hours before we did the C-section.
What do you
I say we because I did all the hard work.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Oh, you handled the scalpel,
No,
right?
no. All joking aside, like I did nothing. I just stood there and was moral support.
What do you do for the 36 hours? Like, do you watch?
Oh my God.
Like, do you binge
No,
Netflix?
it is not. We watched. Let's see. We watched Finding Dory.
Okay.
We watched
choice.
Pitch Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah, because they had like a on-demand type thing there where it was for free.
So this was you and Amber watching movies while she's like in excruciating pain.
Yeah,
but she's
36 hours.
and then
she's-
being interrupted by doctors every so often.
Yikes.
and she's only in excruciating pain sometimes because
Sometimes.
then you're not having like one long contraction. Her legs
It's
weren't
not-
up in stirrups for 36 hours. She was
We
mostly
didn't
just sitting there.
get to that part.
Gotcha.
So,
Did you watch? So it was a C-section. So you did not watch the birth.
well, it depends on how you want to put it. Like, I saw over the curtain, so to speak. Like, you can't really see anything. It's just
Because all the guts are in the way.
Yeah,
It's-
no joke. Everywhere.
that's
Yeah,
Thank you,
C-sections
Brian.
are weird.
They're weird. Like they pull you out and then they put you back in.
I don't even know if I was a C-section or not. I think I was.
I was because
Fuck.
I am the emperor of Rome.
Yes.
I am Caesar.
Yes,
That's-
you're also on a list.
That's where the Caesarean.
we were
the name
joking
Caesarean
about.
comes from.
We were joking about using that name.
Caesar?
Yeah, after
No, his name is Johnny.
because they
Johnny
just
Cannon
love the
Cochran.
War of the Planet of the Apes. It's a good movie.
good movie.
So 3 weeks in, what have you found? It's pretty easy, right? Babies aren't hard.
We're really lucky because we have a lot of family nearby. So the first couple days were really weird.
You're living in an Everybody Loves Raymond scenario.
Yeah, kind of. But the first couple days are like, holy shit, we are responsible for a human.
You own a
they,
person.
They let us bring a person home, and what am I supposed to do with this? And thankfully, we are well educated and have a great support system, so we kind of figured it out pretty quickly. And this the entire time, I'm thinking, I'm really lucky right now because we kind of got this figured out, and this could go really wrong.
Oh, yeah. Then he's going to turn he's going to start talking to you. And when he starts talking to you, he's not always going to like the things
He already
you
does.
Right. Oh, right. Forgot.
We have long.
I forgot. He was here. He did that whole thing.
Yeah.
He's not always going to like what you have to say, and he's going to start disagreeing with you.
Yes.
I can't wait to see Johnny Cannon become a goth when he's like 15.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
understand me, Dad.
First off,
Going to Patapsco High. You don't understand me.
he is going to be. You know how kids are millennials now, and then there's already another group after.
What are they going to call the next generation?
They don't know yet. They haven't-
Post-millennials.
But then, Casey, this kid is something we don't even know about yet.
Oh my God.
He is going to have
I love
some
this.
friggin' quirks.
Cybernetic implants.
Yo,
actually.
Dad, if I want to put a USB in the back of my neck, my body, my choice, Brahim.
If I have an HDMI cable shoved up my ass because I want to beam the latest Avengers installment into my rectum, that's my business, dude. Don't call me dude.
Technology
son.
really has advanced in next 20 years.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, no, it's advanced to the point where we're still using cables and we're shoving them up our ass.
Could you imagine though, like when this kid, like this kid's gonna be like sitting around with his friends, Casey and Amber just video texted me and they want me to come to the domicile immediately, but they don't understand my pain. Like, it's going to be
even with the highest levels of technology, we will still have goths.
Yeah,
but we already went through all this because he's so advanced. Like we already went through that stage, and now he's just an old
more
man.
noir. Now.
Yeah, he's reading the Wall Street Journal at breakfast.
Oh my God! What if
in black and white only?
Business baby.
Canon P. Keaton Cochran, like that would be amazing. What if the kid is a total rejection of everything you stand for? Which I guess would be the goth kid, right? Like that's the question. Like, are you prepared? I can't wait.
Teenagers have to rebel against their parents' values.
I want to fast forward.
I've got 10 years to worry about that.
I want to fast forward those 10 years.
10 years?
So bad.
13. I don't know.
I want to flip to the
15. 12 is when they just turn into shits, like brats. And then when they get into full-blown teenage mode at 15, they're like, I'm going to find myself. I got to do something that's fits into one
Become
box
a vegetarian.
that defines me.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, practice Wicca. And,
Dad.
Yeah.
Dad, I just read
No.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and I know what life's all about.
Capitalism is a lie.
I'm
right.
going on the road.
It's
like Carol.
It's going to be the opposite because me and Amber are like borderline hippies. So he's going to be like, I'm going to law
is news
school.
to me.
Yeah,
News
Casey,
to
you're a
me.
He's
hippie.
just gonna.
I'm a white collar hippie. Like I'm not like oh,
What?
like, we recycle.
First of all, you're white collar?
Also, if you're a hippie, am I a hippie?
What?
Am I a hippie?
No.
Maybe you're a hippie. You smoke weed.
I smoke all, and I don't often get haircuts. So
Yeah.
Like
You don't groom your genitals.
No, that's for
Wow.
it's for queers.
He told us on the episode, Caitlin, off mic.
That's an important top fact about me.
I would like to make a show announcement official.
Okay.
Okay, before we get into.
Are we
other-
done with the baby?
Are we?
I mean,
We're done with this baby.
3 weeks. 3 weeks in, he can see like 10 inches. He's
just
still
a
learning
milk
how to
and poop
use
machine.
That's how he know. That's how he knows who his dad is, right? Because Casey's packing.
Got a baby arm. Casey's baby arm. Title.
Yep.
He's still learning how to use his legs and arms. So
Babies are fun. I was really happy to meet this baby. I was really like,
Brian got to meet the baby.
That was such a surprise. I was such a delight.
Send your baby and other packages to 403 North Charles Street.
Yeah, listen. Look, if you guys just want to come around, look. If you have a baby, I'll let you. I love babies. I love hanging out with babies and playing with babies. Babies love it. They're easy. You can toss them in the air. They don't. It's the best game. Their babies are cheap. Yeah. Babies are a cheap date. Big fans.
His favorite thing right now is to go to the bathroom.
Mine too.
And then cry about it, and then squirm and fight while we change his diaper, and then 10 minutes later repeat the process.
Has he peed on you yet?
No, I have avoided all of this.
Oh, are
I've
you going to
come
get that
home-
sweet viral video of you wiping him with a baby wipe, a warm baby wipe, and then the pee geyser just happens, and then you're like, "What? I did not see this coming."
Literally, I've been washing dishes in the other room. Oh my god, it happened again! It just. Why?
So Amber keeps getting peed on.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that there's a technique to avoid the pee stream. You're supposed to cover it up.
Why
with
not
another
just put
diaper.
a rag over the baby
You
dick?
just use another diaper or something to shield yourself.
Yeah.
But he squirms so much that I just say, screw this, and don't do anything the way I'm supposed to, and I'm totally exposing myself to get peed on, yet to get peed on.
Well, wear goggles
And now that I've said this, I'm going to go home and get peed on.
and get peed on.
Well,
Bye, Amber.
Make sure you're recording. Casey, we couldn't be happier. Mazel tov l'chaim.
Thank you.
I love
Can't
that
horror.
this podcast has been going on for so long that Casey's entire arc has, come to this point. Like, he got engaged on this show. He got married on this show. He now has a baby on this show. This is why we got to do this show for so long until Cannon Cochran becomes a teenager and we can get him on this show and be like, hey, Cannon, interview your dad.
I want to be called Cassidy.
Yeah, no, my name's not Cannon.
It's Night
I don't
Fist.
identify as Cannon.
My name is Night Fist.
I'm Knife Fist.
Oh, that's going to be great. Can't wait.
All right. Getting back to those belated show announcements that I wanted to make. I have reached out to a certain sales rep for a certain beer that we drink on this show.
Ooh.
It could be called Natural Light. It is called Natural Light. I've reached out to the regional marketing activator. This show soon enough will be sponsored by Natural Light.
Wow.
You were. It's a bold move.
Well,
Bold statement.
Casey, so that's part of the other package of announcements I'm trying to make here is that I decided over the course of the week that this show will never have an audience, a national audience, like
an audience.
We will never have 1 million people listening to this show. That's
We don't?
Never going to happen. No, we don't.
Oh.
It's in the hundreds.
My son is going to
Ish.
be greatly disappointed in me.
Well,
Well, he'll add it to the list, I
he
guess.
should be proud that it's your equipment powering this show.
I know. Brought to you by Casey and Cannon Cochran, CNC Cochran
CNC
Factory.
Music Factory, Podcast Factory.
Yo, oh.
At any rate, we're gonna have some Natural Light swag coming on the show. We'll be doing some giveaways in the CTB Fam Zone Extreme.
But
Wow, that's not plugged in.
will we have?
I wonder
Natural
why we
Light
don't have
beer?
1 million listens.
Shut up.
1 million listeners.
Will there be beer? Will they be supplying us our drinks?
I mean, I should hope so.
Is it okay that we're drinking Natty Ice?
I mean, it falls under the aegis of the Natural brand.
I don't know why I've gotten so fascinated. I feel like I shift beer choices every few years.
Yeah.
And is Natty Ice my new beer?
Well, I feel like for as long as Baltimore, or at least South Baltimore, has been a Miller Lite town, it is slowly shifting its way to being a Natural Light town. There are a couple of bars that are specifically geared toward Natural Light. Because let's face it, Natural Light, you can drink 47 of them and not really get drunk. It's kind of great.
What about natural ice?
Natural Ice, maybe 12 for me. But
That's because you're an alcoholic.
Yes, it is. They're very high test, and that's why they're great. And that's why Brian accidentally bought them.
And then a
and
second time,
now
bought
they're a
them on
part of the
purpose.
show.
I go away for 3 weeks. There's new beer.
Oh, jeez. You missed so much.
Casey, a good bit for those 3 weeks is that we would talk shit about you for 2 minutes every time. Very light.
It was a good bit.
I figured.
No, this week, if you weren't going to be here, I was actually going to harvest audio of you from previous episodes and prevent the virtual Casey experience. It was just going to be you, repeating a Dow, from the previous episode and then being like, hey, Casey, how's your baby?
Holy shit, this is good. I support that.
Yeah.
Casey bought 3,000.
Yeah, Casey bought 3,000. Look at these clowns in Congress.
This is
Anyway, so getting back to the show, State of the Union-ish, I have decided that this show is going to be the community podcast, right? So we're going to foster relationships with local businesses, local personalities, local people.
Or
You
are
don't-
we finally gonna get Dale on?
What?
Dale?
No, I don't think I don't want him to know where I live.
Definitely not.
No, well, maybe for a live show.
She tried to fight us on a stoop, recently.
I don't know what those pronouns are. I don't know if you have. It doesn't matter.
Is Dale a man or he
No, Dale's a man.
he doesn't identify as a lady, right?
I don't know. He's definitely a cross-dresser. I don't know what his pronouns are.
You guys, I actually mistook Dale for Brittany, who she was in Station North. Do you know
Brittany?
Brittany?
No, Brittany.
Brittany?
You don't know her? Brittany Girl
Well, there's
Dale.
Brittany, but also Brittany Girl Dale historically has been Boardwalk Madonna. And Kesha Girl.
Boardwalk Madonna.
Yes.
Man,
She has had multiple personalities historically.
Yeah,
I
quite
guess
a history.
the current is Brittany Girldale.
yes, and Madonna. Brittany and Madonna are his two. He also really likes Kesha. Paula Abdul is another one of somebody that he tweets at a lot.
You're like friends with him.
I mean, I don't think we've ever been in the same room, but I talked to him once a morning for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I made
2
the
or 3
mistake
years.
of following him, I don't know,
Dale.
whatever, Dale on Instagram, and I'm sorry, not Instagram, it's Twitter, and got nonstop tags in nonstop tweets.
Yeah, a lot
and
of
I'm like,
a lot of my on this day posts come from Dale.
right.
Like
Dale.
in years past. So yeah, but anyway, continue this announcement.
Well, that's essentially it. That it's going to be a more Baltimore centric than ever. Where
But
Going
less reading the newspaper Baltimore centric and more man on the street Baltimore
well,
centric.
yeah, I mean, I still want to do like Baltimore news and then a little bit of politics sprinkled in there because
Gotcha.
It's my interest. Your interest is,
The people in your neighborhood.
the racism.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, I do find racism interesting. That's why I like to ride the light rail, just to make people angry. And then, but no, I like because of light rail, Anne Arundel County stops.
Oh, yeah,
people
yeah,
are angry about
yeah.
that.
Bunch
But
of
yeah.
animals, animals.
Yeah. So
Got to put up that fence around
we'll
the
talk
the
about that
city.
later. But it's like, yeah, I like talking to people. That's what I like.
Yeah. Bottom line, we're gonna have like more participation from the audience than ever. I'm gonna have call-ins. We're gonna have a phone people calling in
Oh,
because we do have a phone number.
yes.
We have a voicemail number.
Did anybody leave a voicemail? Casey
No, of course
really
not.
pushed it.
Nobody
Well,
ever.
But
calls.
you guys tried hard.
We had one guy call in,
Just so we know how to say his name, and it's Kadurka.
Robert.
Kadurka. Rudiker.
So the other thing I was thinking was, even with regard to that guy, works at Between Two Buns, the Mount Vernon Marketplace. Hey, we should have a CTB happy hour,
Oh yeah,
right?
Let's do it.
Fun.
Do a little get together.
So Rob, pretend like this is us like reaching out, like let us know when we can come in. Thanks.
Very good. And that's it,
Yeah.
Just trying to say. We are also expanding when it comes to content. Like
Yes.
we just recorded a pilot episode of what's the title?
Talking about things we like,
Colon.
things we like, a show about comic books.
Right. So Brian had this idea to bring in 2 other comic book people from the Baltimore area.
Who did you have in? Because I think I know the one guy.
Well, one of those guys was Jordan Clark, who we've had on the show before.
Okay.
And the other guy was David Crispino, who
I know.
works with me around town, comic book stuff, and
Okay.
he makes comics. So it's pretty exciting.
So that coupled with like Ziggy Gets It Wrong and God knows what else we sort of start to create.
Yeah.
We'll figure out ways to work it into the feed.
We're just trying to be creative and bring people things.
Last week we did a very brief, it was maybe 20 minutes, and it was just me and Brian talking about catchphrases. And I want to put it up on either a Patreon or just a blog post entitled The Tip Jar, where we're hoping that you guys will, just throw us $1. $1.
Buy us some beer.
You guys,
What's up?
I have the perfect guest for your comic book podcast.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Julia Scott. She is a comic book artist.
That
out
sounds
in
like a lady.
Hamden.
I
yeah,
met her.
she's awesome.
I
You
believe
know
I met her
I
at
think.
a party that you had once.
Yes, you did. Yeah, and she did some comic book covers for Rick and Morty's recently, supposedly, and published a book.
Nice.
Well,
Shout out.
we will
Look
be
how
sure
helpful
to.
we've been.
I mean, like, just all we had to do was announce that we were getting into the neighborhood scene, and it's already working out. Within 2 minutes,
Yeah.
here we are, wiggling our way into the Baltimore scene.
But I do want to have, in the upcoming. Oh, speaking of guests, today we were supposed to have a guest. He did not show up.
Well, you didn't follow up with him.
Oh,
I don't really want to get into why I didn't follow up with him.
If only this was a visual medium. No, this is a guest that we would have had to take from a certain angle and really behave ourselves.
Kid gloves,
and just see what we can get at. See this would have been a surgery and with finesse.
Yeah, we would have had to
nuance.
actually be professional.
And we'll say no more for if this ever happens. But
we'll see.
Right.
But next week we've got Paul Gessler. He was an anchor on Fox 45.
Ooh.
He decided to not renew his contract with Sinclair Media.
Oh, props to him.
Yeah, and now is doing his own thing called 1812
Mike
Media or News or something like that. So he'll be coming by next week. Ooh, but I'm going to be coming in hot from Hotlanta, downtown Atlanta. So I don't know what kind of shape I'm going to be in. So Brian, you might have to do some heavy lifting.
That's okay. I can ask him about why Sinclair sucks. I'm into it, and I believe he's had no trouble talking.
His last day at Fox was back in June, so he's not going to have any issues with maybe talking about that stuff. Or it could just be that he has absolutely no opinion on the matter. And just wanted to do his own thing, but
maybe, yeah.
No, I remember his tweet storm. He had an opinion.
Oh well, there we go.
And the opinion was not good for Sinclair.
We will get to that, and the following week we're going to get Max from Baltimore Whiskey Company back on the show to talk about Catt. Would you like to sit in for that one?
I would love to. I actually know
taste
those
some
guys.
booze?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You don't even have to say anything. You can just drink booze.
Yeah,
I'll just go.
Love these floral notes.
We were. I think this is watch this pivot.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me cue it up.
Rock. We were just at the new Baltimore Whiskey Company.
There were like 4,000 people there.
So last night.
So like half
Baltimore
Baltimore
Whiskey Company. Are you talking about Union last night?
Yeah, the Union Collective Party last night. That's what we're up to.
Oh.
There were 3,000 people there. I believe.
It was.
I heard it was 800 actually.
It was a crazy amount of people.
No, I heard from one of the organizers it was 800 people.
Okay. Oh, I thought I had seen 3,000. Did you post that? Is that where I saw 3,000?
No,
I think so.
I think you saw that on. It was Ryan's Debtors post.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Ryan is.
So it wasn't 3,000 people.
Friend of the show.
But
I love Ryan. I'm
just
saying that.
He was exaggerating.
He definitely exaggerates sometimes.
He's a booster.
He's
a booster. That's exactly what it is.
Slightly
of course.
hyperbolic at times.
That was a great party at the Union opening.
Oh my lord!
I drank about 12 beers yesterday. I think.
Yeah, I probably had more.
Because I drank 6 banquet beers before we left.
It shows.
And then I kept getting handed drink tickets. It was great. Oh, did I do a good deed yesterday? Yeah. I remember that. I gave a guy drink tickets. He dropped drink tickets, and I gave them back to him. And then I had drink tickets delivered unto me.
Here's the best
from other strangers.
The best part about that location, the new Union Collective, is there is a literal forest pathway from Brian and Caitlin's home to this thing.
What?
So Friday nights are never going to be the same. It used to be the case that we would have to meet up at the Union Brewery off of Union Avenue, this and that and the other. I'd have to drive, blah, blah, blah. I can just drive to Brian's house and Caitlin's house and just walk through the forest and go to the tap room where my extremely attractive friend Lindsay bartends and, get a $2 tab.
We were driving over here today, and there was a gaggle of hot chicks already walking down to the fucking thing. There was one girl and all dudes. But either way, I think the point stands. It's already that hip happening place to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be a place where you can bring your chillin'. Let them run around outside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of open spaces, a lot of concrete. That might be a problem.
I'm very stoked about having the Max back on with the Baltimore Whiskey because I'm fascinated by this Union Collective because it's sort of a unique environment in terms of what we've got going on in Baltimore. It's
we need to do an on-site. Everything you're talking about is community. It is Baltimore.
Yeah, I agree. We'll figure it
out. So am I going to be able to drink 4 beers, go over to Baltimore Whiskey Company, take a shot, then go like
to REI.
grab a sundae at the Charmery.
Did you just say REI?
I think there's
there's a rock climbing wall.
Oh, cool.
Earth
It's
Tracks,
Tracks.
I'm sorry.
I was about to be like REI. Oh.
whatever. I like the space. I'm really looking forward to spending a lot of time there. It's gonna be cool in the fall. It's gonna be pretty great in the spring and stuff.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really nice. I liked it a whole lot.
Good times.
And there were so many people there, like that. I was surprised at like the spectrum.
All
like,
of the white people in Baltimore were there.
but all my different friends groups were like represented. It was weird.
You posted that video and you commented
White people.
Following
except you were
black people
literally
the entire
following
time.
the one of the only black women
Yeah, there
in
was
the
like
crowd.
one black person.
There were a lot of black people
But
there.
she was like front and center in your video. I was like, is this like reverse irony? Is this some sort of new humor?
No, Catt. I don't
don't
expect
know.
you to get meta on my sense of humor.
So meta.
It was a very I did not intend for there to be a single black person in the video, but yeah, it was all white people basically at the event.
Because everyone should know, Evan generally tries to keep black people out of the videos that he makes. So,
Well, look, I mean, if you're going to get real with it, like the cost of entry was what, $35 as a base, and then it was $65 for the additional drink tickets. Like, you couldn't just roll up to this party.
no, they were
No, it
sending
was
people
sold
away.
out for forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been sold out.
It was extremely exclusive.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, we're a member of the elite.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you pay
That
for a ticket?
beer is still in the freezer.
$65.
And then we're going to our next big party is Halloween.
No, it's Chilibrew.
Oh, it's
Well, all right, Catt.
Cat walked away.
Catt, when you're done walking away, come back on and plug that shit. But in the meantime, we should get to a different topic. I don't know what that topic is.
Well, I think Cat wants.
Beer that we're gonna open.
Oh, right. We've got a what you drinking?
Yeah. Oh, will you grab glasses? So sorry, I walked away on Chilibrew, but the next big party that you guys are going to go to is Chilibrew 12, held October 12th. At 7 p.m. at Zion Lutheran Church next to City Hall in their Aldersall, which is
You moved to Zion.
Yes,
That's a
several
nice
years
space.
ago,
It's a very good
actually.
space.
It's a great space. And so we put on a homebrew and chili competition for charity every year.
Very cool. Well, how does one go about? Well, I think you said off air. Tickets aren't available as
Yet.
of yet.
Not yet, but what we're going to be doing is opening up for competitors soon. So people compete for the best beer and chili. And we have actually the attendees vote, but we actually have a celebrity judging panel as well for the best beer and best chili of the competition.
Ooh.
We usually have about 60 different beers and chilies featured and more from our sponsors.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's 600 people, so it's getting up there too. It's a big event.
This is one of my greatest shames. I've only been to one Chilibrew.
I don't know if I've ever been to any.
No.
Yeah, I only went to one when it was still on 28th Street, like in that church.
Right.
But now it has gone through so many permutations and a lot of growth, and it's one of the.
We got organized. Honestly, we had some people come in, and we really took it upon ourselves to make sure that this event was going smoothly. And honestly, we throw a great party, and then we give $7,000 or $8,000 to charity every year.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm getting
one
at. Is
event.
that it's
So
becoming
it's awesome.
it's becoming one of the marquee sort of events in Baltimore. Period.
We got a lot of word of mouth, honestly. I'm surprised. We're bringing in somebody to help us with our marketing, which I don't know if we need that, but we also don't need that because we sell out literally every year.
I
before the
know.
event.
Yeah, I always get to the bandwagon too late to get tickets.
Why don't you just talk to me? I've been one of the lead organizers for 4 years. So
Maybe I will.
Next time.
Maybe we could be a sponsor.
Oh, that would be super fun.
In name only.
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't think we're allowed to do that when there are people who are actually dropping ducats. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we're like I'm doing. So I actually do a lot for the event. The day of, I handle all the catering materials and all the materials for the event, and then I handle all the setup, tear down, site planning.
We get it. You're involved.
Yeah, and now I do sponsorships, and actually shout out to Jailbreak because they just became one of our sponsors. They're gonna tap
Laurel-based Jailbreak ales.
Yeah, and they have a new kitchen, so they're gonna be serving some chili and maybe some biscuits
That's
too.
cool.
So that should be awesome.
Yeah.
We're really excited to have them.
It sounds like things are happening.
Very good.
Awesome.
So now we're gonna do a little beer tasting. Speaking of Chilibrew.
Yeah, let me open this up.
The first thing that we're going to taste is from Black Flag Brewing Company. Oh shit! It's called Z Morris. We could only surmise that this is a Zach Morris themed beer.
It's a blonde ale.
I'm literally just pouring beer all over my couch. That's fine. I don't care. I didn't pay for it.
It's chilled.
Chilled-ish.
Oh, look at this ramekin.
Chilled-ish.
It's like a souffle of beer.
It's in a ramekin. It is a souffle cup of beer. Catt,
I believe this is the cup that we used.
We also have another beer tasting on the way. What is that called, Catt?
So this is Oro de Calabaza, which is actually foaming up a lot.
Gold of what? Calabaza?
Calabaza, I don't know. It's an artisan golden ale from Jolly Pumpkin, which is it's like a sour beer, and it is literally foaming everywhere.
Where did you
can I
get
put
that?
this?
That's fine. It can drip. It's fine.
Oh, well. I actually picked it up from Wine Source, but this is one of my favorite breweries, and this is one of my favorite beers from my favorite brewery.
That is a huge bottle of beer.
$7.50.
And how much did it cost?
I actually don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I need this in my life right here. But their whole story, Jolly Pumpkin, is a funny brewery. They hold on.
Nice.
Okay.
Jesus,
Oh,
this isn't
it just
working.
keeps dripping.
I know, it keeps going. It's very carbonated.
it just
it's
keeps
wild
going.
yeast, so it's like jizzing all over the
Oh, it's got live
floor.
yeast?
It's wild yeast. So
Okay, so that isn't a live bottle of beer, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, technically all beer has live yeast. I mean, they have
What?
yeast
Unless it's been
left
pasteurized.
over.
Activia.
Yeah.
It'll make you poop good.
So
All right.
a lot of that kind of.
All right, so let's try the Zach.
Let's try the
Morris,
Zach Morris's
the Z
trash
Morris.
beer. Do you not have one?
No, I don't, but I'm covered in beer.
It's over
anyway.
there. It's over there.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
The bigger, yeah.
Thanks.
I like it.
I like it, but I have no feedback whatsoever.
It is pretty
This is
inoffensive,
It's very inoffensive.
Extremely inoffensive, yes.
but pretty good. Pretty.
Zach
Alright.
Morris is trash.
Or just fine.
I would
drink it.
I would definitely drink this beer if I was really hungover and I was so nauseous I couldn't even drink water. I'd just drink this.
That's a very good endorsement.
It's a good beer to bring to a party because everybody would enjoy the reference and then would also not be too...
The cups are like what do they call that?
There's like little water cups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the water cups, but then they have
Dixie cups. They're like Dixie cups. So I've poured some of the new beer, the Artisan Golden Ale. Catt, I will. You will do
trying,
the honors.
yeah.
It's a beautiful label. It's kind of like the bridges of Madison County.
it looks like a pirate.
There is a
booty,
bridge, right?
Actually,
Is there a bridge on there? I thought so.
I don't
could be
think
wrong.
So. I think it's just like a golden chest.
Oh, golden
Treasure.
chest. My favorite kind of
Here,
chest.
Caitlin, take some.
It's my favorite genre of porn.
Golden chest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So okay, this one is funky. I'm gonna warn you guys. It's funky.
Funky.
It's funky.
Funky.
Yeah.
but it's a is it a sour or what?
It is a sour.
It is a sour, and I love it.
It's really good.
Oh, I don't know if I like sours.
Let me
It's
just
actually
tell
a
you.
lot less
I love
sour.
it. I love it. I love it.
I do. I love it. I love all sour beers, like legit sour beers.
I hate.
I hate the fact that sour beers
Oh,
have
you
become like
definitely
the
are gonna like that.
hallmark of the douchebag asshole
Sour beers are? Oh God, I
Now
didn't know
that
I
it's
was
not-
part
now
of
that-
that.
IPA?
in the
say now
cultural
that's an IPA.
zeitgeist. Yeah, no, IPAs are done. It's all about the
whatever.
sour beers being the douchebag hallmark.
I love sour beers before it was cool. Whatever.
I actually thought that tasted
Me too, dude.
like a vanilla custard style Yoplait.
That's weird.
I don't like
yogurt.
sour beers, but I kind of like this.
it's not even remotely
It's like
as sour.
citrusy. It's almost pineapple-y.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like sour as a
Very
sour
pineapple.
is sour. It's not like a Saint Lamvinus, which is
Like
It's
I
not
don't
that
like
bad, yeah.
I don't like Union's Old Pro beer. That's
that's
I
a
love
that's a
Old Pro.
goes.
Oh, that's
It's
yep.
different.
it's not a sour.
It's
Super good.
It's sour by design, but it is not a quote sour
Sour
beer.
Gotcha.
What would you like?
Gotcha. Anyway, those were delicious beers.
Yeah, great. And it is
Delish.
now time to take a break.
Is it the internet sensation that's sweeping 92Q?
Would you like to do it?
That's as far as I go.
Oh, okay. It's the internet sensation sweeping 92Q.
Give me the tray.
It's time for shout-outs.
Oh, I probably could have come up with this
I
time
love
for
it.
shout-outs.
I love it. I love it.
Shout-outs.
Shout out.
Oh, I just want to let Casey stand because he's back.
Okay. Well, you did.
Shout out.
Shout-out. Shout-out to Casey for coming back to the show. Best wishes for your 3-week-old infant. I'm hesitating with my verbiage because I'm watching a beer being poured for me into a ramekin.
I just find best wishes. I want to express something a little stronger than best wishes. Maybe
No, you're right. You're
fare
right.
thee well as well.
No. Because best wishes is like something that you put on a card for a person at work.
So that's it.
that
Goodbye
is
and good
like-
luck.
Yeah.
I don't recall saying
Hey,
good luck.
good luck with that, baby.
Yeah, good luck, Casey. Have fun.
I look forward to the future of this podcast. We've got little Cannon Cochran running around.
Have a great
Yeah.
summer.
It's Amber was already talking about like let me bring him over here. Like
Yeah.
once he can like
Oh,
not
yeah.
cry for like
Yeah,
an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. We got the CTB baby.
Have a great summer
That the B is
with
for
your
baby.
baby.
Beast for baby.
The city that babies.
Title of the episode? I don't know. We'll see. All right, who's got a shout out? Caitlin? Oh, you raised your hand.
Shout out to the path by my house that leads right to
Yeah.
Union. It might be covered in what looks like poison ivy. That doesn't matter.
I-
I don't think it is poison ivy.
I didn't get poison ivy. Evan, did you get poison ivy?
I am highly allergic to poison ivy, and no, I did not. And I know poison ivy when I see it. This thing is mostly covered in raspberry branches and things like that.
So wait, you can pick raspberries on your way to Union?
Technically speaking.
Damn.
And then you can crush them up and dump them into one of those like
Your mojitos.
into a delicious beer that
A
they
mojito.
supply.
Berliner Weiss, maybe.
Vagina. Yeah, there you go.
a little bit.
I will
Oh,
double
yeah,
down
yeah.
on that shout out to that pathway. Casey.
Ooh, shout out to my family because right now I'm very well rested. And otherwise, I hear that most parents of newborns aren't well rested. So, do you want me to read?
Shout out to white privilege. Got it. Go. Continue.
Well, Casey, yeah, you were the one who put the shout out suggestion
Yeah.
to the fam zone, so go for it.
All right. So, a shout out from Mike Bresnan to my new Drunk Baby Fights Household Objects YouTube channel.
Ooh.
A little bit of a joke there because we'll dive more into that in the shut-ups. But
It should be noted that Mike Bresnan was on one episode of this show at the very, very beginning.
really,
He was on like episode 3.
Does he? Is he the one who like runs for office? Who's the one? Or is that Stegman? It's Matthew Stegman. What? I think his wife is running for office. No, continue. Go.
see the one with his house that, like
Yes,
fell
with
in?
the termites. Yeah. Catt, you got a shout out.
Well, I kind of already shouted out to Jailbreak.
Very good, yeah.
And Chilibrew this year. I'm pumped.
For sure.
October 12th at Zion Lutheran Church.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, wait.
Right.
Is it? Yeah, it's
What?
Lutheran. Another
Brian?
German Lutheran.
I know what you're expecting.
Uh-oh.
I did not watch Take Two this week, so I'm not going to shout out the amazing program What I am going to shout out, what I did watch, though, is the first 10 episodes of The OC. And holy shit, is that show great.
Love it.
Loved it.
Ooh, what you say?
Not there yet. That's not until like second,
Ooh,
third
what you
season.
say?
There was a lot of...
Ooh, what you say?
I used to live where that show is based. Basically,
Ooh,
like
what you
Irvine,
say?
Costa Mesa, Newport Beach.
I lived that show, not so much the...
You did not.
Money or the location, but I was definitely listening to all of that fucking music.
It's
And,
basically the
like,
same thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, what you say?
Fucking each other in pool houses.
No, I
and
was
what have you.
I
don't
was
know.
having very little sex in 2004. Caitlin
Oh, that's awesome.
has never seen a pool house before in her life. So anyway, shout out to the first 10 episodes of The OC.
All right.
That it is amazing.
We got
All right, now-
we got some more shout-outs.
Oh, right, from the Fame Zone.
Yes,
Sorry.
shout out
sorry.
from Liz Gall to Amazon giant toilet paper rolls, which you can get on the influenza page.
Mm-hmm.
Toilet paper rolls for giants.
Those toilet paper rolls now have their own list on the influenza page. It's entitled Wipe Conda Forever.
So you could go onto our Amazon page and buy toilet paper. And
Yeah, that
support the
link
show.
is bit.ly/citythatbreeds.
Shout out from Lauren Cornell to Friday Beers.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
board.
I mean, that's just
Who couldn't be on board with that?
I know.
A fool, I say.
And
All right, now it is time to play. What's the bumper? What's the bumper?
Are there any commercials for the Science Center?
I don't know.
The aquarium. Prices take a dive.
Fridays
Prices
after
take a
5?
dive Fridays after
Or maybe
5?
we can find a good commercial for Union.
I don't think they exist.
Or what about we could play clips from Hairspray the musical?
Play rubber.
Good morning, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door.
This is not going as well as I planned.
No, this one's.
Rubber biscuit.
Yeah, Rubber Biscuit. It's a song by the Blues Brothers. We were listening to it in the car on the way over. Caitlin really likes it.
Play Galactic.
Intergalactic by the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys.
Beastie
I mean,
Boys?
Beastie Boys. Intergalactic planetary.
There's a
Help me, Rhonda. Help me get her out of my spaceship.
All right, we'll figure out what the bumper is, and then we will be right back with more.
Dude, rubber biscuit is so fun.
WNUV-TV, Baltimore 54, your Pet of the Day station.
Bob Bell Ford is the dealer with a difference. Here's why. Pay just 1% over base factory invoice at Bob Bell. Get a new Escort for just $81 a month. A Tempo for $112 a month. A Taurus for $144 a month. And a Ranger for only $68 a month. Plus, get financing from 3.9% or up to $1,000 cash back. And get a car phone for only $395. Plus, buy a Suzuki Samurai 4x4 from just $74.95. Only at Bob Bell Ford, Glen Burnie, and Upper Marlboro.
But I have a baby now. I've got another mouth to feed.
Exactly.
With
They'll
all
take
that.
the buyout.
Speaking of Dennis, I'm going to be on that the old gaming marathon podcast on August 18th.
Oh, yeah? You can talk a whole lot of shit about Realm?
No, I'm not. No, I am not, Brian.
Cool.
They're all great people. Getting back to the
Hot weather talk.
Yeah, hot weather talk. Literally hot weather talk.
Baltimore sucks.
Not just Baltimore, but Maryland in general is experiencing what I would like to call a Chinese hoax.
This is not why I
Why?
decided to live and be born in the Mid-Atlantic states.
Natty Bo told me that it was the land,
Land
of pleasant living. And so
not very
far, it
pleasant.
has not proved to be so.
This summer has been less than pleasant.
So way back in May of this year, Ellicott City was wiped out for a second time in 2 years. And since then, we have been hit by what could only be categorized as unprecedented rainfall.
Right? Like 10 of the last 12 days there's been rain?
Right. But there's a reason. There's like a weather reason. I like explaining
El
it.
Nino?
I will do it. No.
Oh, that's Spanish for the
So-
Nino.
So the jet stream takes a sharp right turn at Illinois, goes
Albuquerque.
all the way down to the Gulf Coast, and then comes straight back up the East Coast. If you know anything about the jet stream in the summer, it should be right above Illinois, all the way through. It takes a little dip in the winter. It should not be taking a drastic right turn all the way down to Florida and then all the way back up the East
So
Coast.
the jet stream changed?
Correct.
Is that something that happens?
No, it's not.
Why did it happen?
So what we're saying is this is not normal.
Correct.
You might say that the climate has changed.
Oh, wait. Is that I just said that. I wasn't even trying, and I just said the jet stream changed. The climate changed.
Correct.
This is a thing that I was thinking about on the way to work one morning, how the debate as to whether climate change is a thing, whether it's man-made or not, I don't think that debate is over. It's over. I'm sorry. It is over.
How can it still happen at this point?
The climate has changed.
The United States is the only country in the world that says, nah, it might be something else. Every other civilized nation says climate change is a thing.
The climate has
The
changed.
Paris Accords.
The climate has
But
changed.
it's a bad deal.
Bad deal.
And now, how do we deal with it?
Well-
that's the next phase, right? Because we're obviously not doing anything to prevent climate change. It has already changed. It's done. It has changed.
So this is where I am at in my existential living. We have hit a global apocalypse. We are in the midst of a political apocalypse. These might be the end times.
Well, then they're not that bad.
They're going to get worse.
Okay, because honestly, the end times to me is like famine and
There is
A
famine.
beast with 7 heads.
but
and-
not
I don't know.
here. Like to me,
There's
there's always famine. I know that sounds horrible, but
Guys.
there's always famine.
You know what?
You all laughed. You all laughed when I proposed my tiny house colony. And
We still
now,
laugh.
And now,
I already
that
know.
won't matter.
I already know whose house I'm going to, and it's way up near Pennsylvania, and I'm pretty sure he'll let me stay with him. So
He may or may not have a bomb shelter underneath his house.
we're not sure if he was joking or not.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You don't. I'm not telling you either.
Yeah, we're not telling you where he's at.
Okay.
That's our place to go.
If the actual apocalypse happens, are we close to a day after tomorrow scenario?
No.
Are you
I'm
sure?
not a climatologist scientist.
a climatologist.
Is that the one where they run away from the big tidal wave up the mountain?
It's in New York, freezes over, and then what's his face gets chased by wolves in a frozen
Yes,
New York City.
CGI wolves.
Yeah, the tidal wave and mountain is Deep Impact.
Deep Impact. Thank you. Yes.
But Deep Impact was at least based in sort of like an actual outcome, right? So a meteor or an asteroid or whatever hits Earth.
Right.
And creates a gigantic tidal wave. That's totally feasible.
Right. But it actually turns out the meteor wasn't as bad as they thought it would be. Or civilization did not end because of Deep Impact.
We live up on a hill, so, you know,
Not
if
that
that
big,
were to happen.
Not that big a hill, baby.
We live on a pretty big hill.
I don't know.
You saw the ravine. We walked down next to the ravine.
Oh, yeah, that was a cliff.
Well, I live very close to the water, so you guys...
Yeah, you're fucked. Sorry, guy.
Oh, man.
Knock on our door all you want. We're not going to be there.
You might be up on the roof.
How do you think you guys would do in the apocalypse? Because I don't think I'd do great.
I look forward to it because that is going to get my motor going. That's how I operate when I'm under duress.
He's Negan.
Under
I am
crisis.
like, yes, let's go.
I'm
pretty
curious about you, Casey, because of the baby now. Does it change your tactics?
No, because if I'm too slow, Amber will just shoot me anyway because I'm just dead weight.
Casey's a mama bear, and you don't want to get in the way of him and his cubs. I mean, daddy bear, but Casey's
No,
a mama bear.
Amber's pretty cutthroat, and I've seen her aim. If I'm dead weight, she's going to shoot me.
I've seen her aim.
Wow.
Yeah, that's intense.
No
There's
love,
a lot of
no
jokes.
love there.
There's a lot of jokes where before we had the kid, it was now it's a little too real. She's like, you slow me down, like you're just you're done.
This is.
I don't like that.
I couldn't imagine that.
I kind of love it.
That we haven't brought this up before.
Because you're a woman.
Have you guys put any thought into what your first move is in like the apocalypse?
Because we knew in our old apartment we could say the exact same thing in where we used to live.
My first step, if all of a sudden
You raid the
we
7-Eleven
raid
and
the
the liquor
7-Eleven
store.
and the liquor store, and then I just hole up.
Yeah, and then we just like get shelter. in
Why
place.
the liquor store?
Well, there's cigarettes and
Cigarettes and booze,
bro.
bro.
There's also preservative foods that like even though they're not healthy, they last a really long time. And
Get some Zag Nuts and Snickers.
In the apocalypse,
And there's alcohol.
assuming that I have still, do we have phones? Does that still work?
How do cell phones work?
But can we go back? Can we go back though to the liquor store question again? Because what do you think is going to sell in the black market when there's nothing like money?
Good
Cigarettes
point.
and
Good
sex.
point.
Fucking liquor.
Right.
But if I gotta
And
like
boners.
haul ass, I need a backpack full of ramen noodles, not a backpack full of Jack Daniels.
But see, we said shelter in place. We didn't say run
that's,
away.
That's the problem. You're sheltering in place in the middle of a city. Everybody knows that in a crisis situation, the city's the last place you want to be.
Sure, but I also don't want to be by the water. Where do you live?
By the water.
Yeah, and also
I'll be dead.
I
I'll be
put
dead.
out my
underwater.
I put up my blackout curtains.
back's up
I
against
hit
the
the
wall
deadbolt,
there.
and I don't walk outside for 2 weeks, and that's how I live. You know, I get bottled water, and I get like, and
We're
honestly,
that Will Smith movie.
right, exactly.
What is it?
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. We're I Am Legend. We're
seemed
that
to be-
old lady.
He seemed to be pretty okay in the city.
That was because everybody. Well, no, because there was
Because
zombies.
everybody else left. That's right. And then he learned how to navigate the city. That's exactly right.
But didn't you
During
watch The
the
Walking
day.
Dead? Didn't you watch The Walking Dead? Like they're in the city, everybody's zombies.
Everybody's zombies. Yes.
Assuming this
But
is
that's
an
a zombie
apocalyptic,
apocalypse.
yeah, that's a zombie apocalypse. This is just a everyone's dead apocalypse.
Right.
Okay.
Which
Like The
I think is
Stand.
very favorable because if you're living in this scenario, you're just sort of walking around without any
care in the world.
right.
right,
Any
without
fear
any
that-
threat.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah. So if like, people just overnight like the leftovers, where people just vanish, and then there's some people left over.
That's
yeah.
ter-
You could go to the
Terrible example because that was only what, like 1% of the
It was
population.
it was like 3 million people or
There was
something.
a lot of people.
No, it was more than maybe it was more than that. But either way, like the leftovers wasn't the apocalypse. The leftovers was just
People disappeared.
yeah.
All right. Let's take a step further, and then like the end times. Like,
What's your
biblical
ideal?
shit,
Yes.
people
What
just-
is your ideal apocalypse scenario?
I love that this is the second half of the show.
What is?
What's my ideal apocalypse situation?
And remember, this all started because Baltimore has turned into a rainier Seattle. Yeah. What is your ideal apocalypse scenario?
Somewhere in the Poconos.
Oh, that's
Wait,
nice.
wait. Hold on.
Oh no! I don't mean like where do you want to go? I mean, what apocalypse do you think you could do best in?
Oh, like zombie versus
The Stand, or
what's the stand?
that's a super virus. Everyone
Okay,
dies.
okay. Zombie versus super virus versus the Purge.
But is the Purge the apocalypse?
I don't know.
no.
It would be to me because that's some bullshit. People just go around killing you for one night. What happens the whole rest of the year? Does everybody not do shit until the fucking Purge?
Oh, hey,
they
Fred.
never talk about that.
Sorry, I raped your wife. Like, I mean, right?
I don't get it. But I love it. I love those movies. So
yeah,
much.
Caitlin. The Purge is Caitlin's favorite.
And it's weird. I hate those types of movies, and I love the Purge.
Okay, so I think the Purge would be a semi-ideal apocalypse.
But that's not it's not apocalypse.
It's not apocalypse, but it is fucking awful.
It's dystopian. Okay,
Mad Max
So
is an apocalypse.
Mad
Mad
Max
Max
is the apocalypse.
Okay.
So let's.
I would take
differentiate.
zombies over Mad Max.
So like V for Vendetta isn't the apocalypse. That's dystopian. But Planet of the Apes is apocalypse.
I would take zombie again.
Zombie apocalypse is overrated. I mean, in terms of how dangerous it is, because unless you live in a fucking city, all you have to do is just wear chainmail and be good with a gun, and that's about it.
So if you're living in a Renaissance fair, like you're good.
Essentially.
Going
the
to the
nerds-
Renaissance Festival is the apocalypse. Yes, you're correct.
The nerds will live on forever.
like cockroaches.
Cockroach.
Like
Cucaracha.
Cannon Cochran will be.
Cut my life into pieces. Oh, Cannon Cochran. He's gonna
Dad, I love classic rock like Stand and Corn.
Papa Rich. P.O.D.
We have been listening to a lot of music recently, so I've been toying the idea with like playing him some Creed and then recording it.
Dad, it's the apocalypse, but you still don't get me.
When you listen to Creed, you got to pinch him off camera so he starts to cry.
Here's some more parenting advice from guys that don't have,
Casey,
kids.
when it's the apocalypse and you're like you and Cannon on the road on your own, like the movie and book, The Road, what would you let him eat you? Would you tell him to eat you like, son?
Have a piece of my leg.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, I don't know.
Won't you have a little piece of my leg now, baby? Would you sing it like that?
Okay, yeah, let's get into this. You're in the road
would you
scenario
rather?
where you've got to give a piece of your body to your son to eat. Like, what part is that?
The calf.
The left, from the elbow down.
Oof.
Ooh, the forearm.
Woo!
Yeah, the left
Yeah,
So your
arm.
non-dominant arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why?
because then I can still walk. I can run away real fast. It's my non-dominant hand. So
Give it some buffalo and some blue cheese, maybe some celery on the
It's a wing.
side.
It's a big chicken wing.
But honestly, if you
take-
if you have the blue cheese dressing, we should hold off on cutting your arm. Maybe we should just eat the blue cheese dressing first.
Love it.
Got ahead of ourselves here. Casey, you keep your
Well,
left arm.
how are they
Goodness.
cooking it? How do you cook a chicken
Arm?
wing over fire? Can it just
You rotisserie.
rotate?
What are
yeah,
you-
rotisserie.
Are you new?
But that would be considered like a broiling situation.
No, you can grill a chicken wing. It's not that hard.
Guys,
you just
if we-
flip
Without
getting-
shit, without stuff to grill.
If you're getting chickens, is it really the apocalypse? What happens to chickens when the world ends?
they rise up.
Oh my God.
No, they don't eat, and then they die.
Do you know what my personal apocalypse is? The world is taken over by those giant chicken. Did you see those giant roosters, remember, on the internet and Facebook a couple years ago? There are these insane, 4-foot tall roosters.
Do you mean those giant cats that
No,
you love?
they're also giant cat. Oh, Maine Coons. That's my personal heaven, is the world is taken over by Maine Coons.
Oh, they're adorable.
They're so big. Anyway, my favorite apocalypse, I think,
My favorite
is-
apocalypse title of the episode.
yes, is the oh shit, I just blanked. It's probably The Stand. It's I like the
Why?
idea. Well, because
That's the virus.
everybody dies.
So you're assuming that you don't die from the virus,
right? Of course.
Yeah.
Well, then if I'm not dying from the virus, then that would be the best thing ever. But you can't assume you're not dying from the virus. You have to assume you're going to die from that virus.
But for the purposes of first
the
off,
story.
yes, but for the purposes of thinking what apocalypse will I like, because then you get to go join up with either the good guys or the bad guys, and I'd like
And
to
an
think
evil deity.
right, Randall Flagg and all that. I'd like to think I join up with the good guys, but yes, I think my other favorite part about the apocalypse is that I probably end up dead, and I guess that means I don't have to go to work on Monday. So that
Have
sounds
you
cool.
recently rewatched that The Stand miniseries?
I have.
It's terrible.
Is it on? What is it on
I-
Hulu?
I bought the DVD, I believe.
Oh,
And
it's real bad.
It's bad.
Rob Lowe's in it.
It's real bad.
Yeah,
it's
Rob
real
Lowe's
bad.
in it.
Dauber from
Yeah,
Coach.
Dauber from Coach.
Moon. That's Moon.
That the hand of God literally comes down at the end and touches an atomic bomb and
Yeah.
blows up the evil people.
Yeah.
Question. If you're thinking of apocalypses as things that humans are feeling like they are becoming less than...
We're in a white apocalypse. Continue.
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, because the Muggles felt like the wizarding world was just taking over, which they were.
Wait, what?
The Muggles
Whoa.
are...
I watched those movies and I did not get that out of.
Oh, have you not seen the newer ones, like the...
Fantastic World.
Yeah.
I saw the
that's
first
these-
one, but I didn't-
Okay, so they're feeling like, oh my god, our world is going to end because these magical people exist.
I missed that
Because if that's an apocalypse, I'll live there.
The Harry Potter's the apocalypse.
I'll
I
live
think
in a
that's a
Harry
little bit of a
Potter
stretch.
apocalypse.
That's a
I don't
stretch.
know. Well, I mean, right now, don't people think that the world's going to end any day?
Oh, I do. I feel like we are, 2 minutes to midnight.
That's why you're going to die of hypertension.
Yeah.
No, it's probably me first.
I also smoke a ton. So anyway, the apocalypse. It's coming for you. What are you going to do?
We did it!
How many years do you think we got? I think we have 10 years. In 10 years, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen.
Well, we've got that super volcano underneath Yellowstone.
Yeah, Yosemite.
That could just
that destroys America's ability to eat food. Grow food.
I don't know, because I feel like there's a lot of farms that aren't growing food that could be growing food, but they're not because it wasn't monetarily.
Oh, they're all just making ethanol?
It didn't make sense. So
No, they're getting subsidized to not grow food.
Yeah, right. Just like Ireland subsidized people to not
grow potatoes.
Not to raise lambs and
beat their wives.
Shave.
Get drunk.
Fuck you. Shave lambs.
Marry their cousins.
Oh my God, stop.
I disagree with all of you because of the show Doomsday Preppers, because there's some crazy people out there who have fallout shelters and was stocked with tons of food, and whatever happens, they will be around. They will be the people that are left. Think about that for a moment.
Yeah, they're going to be the ones that rebuild society.
And here's the problem. I don't think you get Jewish doomsday preppers. I mean, it's good. There are, once the apocalypse happens.
I think Jewish doomsday preppers should be the title of the episode.
Hello. Welcome to my fallout shelter. We have canned foods, meals ready to eat.
Do they have 2 sections of the fallout shelter?
Look at my water purifiers.
No, do they have... I'm not even kidding. Do they have 2 sections of their fallout shelter?
We have 2 kitchens.
Right.
One is our kosher kitchen.
Yeah.
The other is our non-kosher kitchen. Like many households have. We have many dishes. None of them can be mixed with milk or meat.
Brian,
can we have canned oysters with dinner?
Of course not.
Aw.
That's trafe.
Trafe.
It's non-clean food.
Have you guys seen the canned chicken? It's a whole chicken in a can.
No.
It's a thing?
Yeah,
That's
it's a thing.
disgusting.
You can also buy canned chicken like it's tuna. Like,
Yes, you can do that.
Yeah,
but I've never heard
that's
of
like
that.
minced chicken. I'm talking about a whole chicken in a can.
Like a roasted chicken, like you go to
I don't think-
BJ's and
What's
get
the best
roasted
chicken?
rotisserie
Chicken in
I
a
don't think it's
can.
roasted at all. It's just like
a can?
they plucked it and they put it in a can with some salt water.
Do you still have to cook it?
I think it's recommended.
You should at least heat it up.
Yeah, I think you get salmonella otherwise.
Guys, I think we did it.
Yeah, we did it. All right. So this hot
Apocalypse chat.
Hot apocalypse chat.
Anyway, good luck, Ellicott City.
Yeah. I guess this whole thing started because of climate change.
Yep.
Which is a Chinese hoax.
Yeah, wait. Can you explain that? You never explained
Oh,
that.
Donald Trump Donald Trump says that climate change is a Chinese hoax.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Over your head.
Well, there are some people who are also listening right now.
But also getting back to this idea that climate change has happened.
Right, it's over.
It's done.
No, I don't think it's done.
It will continue to change.
Right, this is the beginning.
And now we have to figure out how we're going to engineer our way, not out of it, but how we're going to survive.
One of the best apocalypse books I ever read, it's called
World War Z.
Oh, no, that's a good one. No. I forget what it's called. I think it's called it's about worms or something like earthworm gods. Oh, it's called
worm farts.
It's called Earthworm Gods. It's where it starts to rain and it never stops, and biblical style old god worms from deep in the earth come and it takes place in Baltimore. Some of it, Baltimore is flooded, and people are hiding out in the World Trade Center because that's one of the tallest buildings. And except that there's this evil fish worm that always swims around.
Not now. There's a new, bigger building.
Well, I'm just saying that's just where they happen to be. They talk about it. It's cool. It's by Brian Keene, Earthworm Gods.
Look it up.
Earthworms, are they smart?
They're I don't know, kind of. They're Elder God type stuff, like Cthulhu type shit.
Do they eat people?
They do.
So they've been living underground without eating people forever. But now they come to the surface and they have to eat people?
Because it's been raining so long, now they can get up there. The ground is soft enough.
Right, exactly. So they've been underneath the ground,
Eating
not
something.
eating people.
It's like a horror book.
Okay.
It was scary.
Okay, I think this has been a very
Interesting. Fascinating. Really good stuff.
loosey-goosey second half.
That's all right. We made it
Shut up
happen.
to climate change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut it out, you
We
jerk.
live up on a hill. I'm feeling pretty good about our chances. We got a sub pump.
Half my yard disappeared this week.
I'm sure it did, Casey.
No, I'm
Casey-
dead serious.
Casey, what's it like
Because
living...
of rain?
Well, the preface to that is that they started. So we're
A
supposed to
sinkhole formed.
They're supposed to be landscaping my yard, and they delivered a bunch of dirt, and then like all the dirt washed.
All the dirt washed away. Oh, honey.
Casey.
You know what we're going to watch on TV tonight in honor of Casey?
What?
The Money Pit, starring Tom Hanks and Shelley Duvall. Shelley Long.
It's fine.
Wrong Shelley.
It's fine. I'll be okay.
All right, then it is
dirt.
time to get a little angry.
Err.
Yeah. Time to get a little venti.
That's 20.
Whoa.
Oh, I was going to be like, this is what 20-year-old Canon Cochran sounds like, because I've gone English now, Dad.
You
That's
know,
not English.
Shut up, Caitlin.
I'm
You
real-
don't know me. You don't
I'm really
understand.
into like 80s mod music from the UK scene, Dad. Stop fucking bothering me about it.
Flock of Seagulls has come back. Check out my awesome hair.
You guys think you're so fucking like progressive, but you're not. Time to get a little pissed offy.
I'm gonna.
Time to get a little.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go live with Triad in Phoenix, and you can't stop me, man.
I'm going to Arizona. Wait. Where's the place where all the crystals are?
Arizona seems good enough.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
I'm gonna go sell jade with the Indians on the
You
side
know,
of the
the
road.
Native Americans have been holocausted.
Ever since I took my walkabout in the American Southwest,
I did ayahuasca, Dad. I was 15. It's fine.
You've never even
Get
been
over it.
You've never even been in the same room as peyote, and I was in a sweat lodge with a Navajo elder. You don't understand me, and you never will.
One time I went fishing with an elderman from the Eastern Shore, and he told me about the way of life that he enjoyed back in the 1930s, and I think that we need to get back to that way of life.
1930s. How old is this man that like is hiking with?
102.
Okay, check it. Just want to make sure.
He's Ernest Hemingway.
I went on a walk in the woods with a blind man, and he showed me things I'd never seen.
He showed me how to live. I'm 15.
Dad.
Time to go right ahead and tell everyone to shut up.
Gonna let the band deal with this.
All right, this is the end of the show in which we tell persons, places, and things.
Cameron sounds like an asshole.
Casey, I don't know what you did, but you fucked up, bro.
It's only been 3 weeks, and somehow I screwed it up.
The end of the show in which we give persons, places, and things that are lowering our quality of life and deproving it. Shut ups. My shut up this week is come back to me. Casey, do you have any shut ups?
Shut up from Mike Bresnan to teething. Hence the comment about Jack Daniels and giving your babies Jack Daniels for teething.
Yeah.
And then subsequently causing drunk baby fights.
Yeah. Bresno has a baby.
Yeah.
You got a baby.
I have one.
Shut up to Hale.
Keep going.
This is hard. I need from Liz Gall. Shut up to Hale.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, I have one. Shut up to that path by my house.
Aw,
that leads
come on.
To Union, because it's not safe and no one should take it. It's very unsafe.
Especially at night.
You shouldn't park near it. You shouldn't go near it. It's unsafe.
Don't use
do
it because Caitlin wants it for herself.
That's not what I'm saying.
That is what you're saying.
It is not.
No, she's talked to me about this. It's very much a do as I say, not as I do scenario.
100.
She cannot recommend anybody use that path, but she is going to.
Don't use that path, guys.
Yeah, don't use that path because it might become crowded.
If you do use it, knock on our door. Drop me off some beer. Thanks.
Jerk off some beer? What?
Drop me off some beer.
I also heard jerk off some beer.
Watch me jerk off
That
while you
would
drink
be a
some
big
beer.
waste
That's what I
of
like.
beer. Is what that
Or
would
watch
be.
me drink beer while you jerk off. I don't care how it goes. We can also both drink beer and both jerk off.
Do you have any shut-ups?
Guys, shut up to people who aren't bringing me beer and jerking off, I guess.
Wow.
No, do I have any shut-ups? I don't think I do this week. It's been a pretty okay week, I think. Nothing's really bummed me out so hard. No, I wish it wouldn't rain so much, but
Why don't you shut up to rain?
I feel like that's pedestrian.
Really? Though you're beneath?
We already did a
You're
whole
above
segment.
that?
We did a whole segment
Right.
about shutting up to rain.
Okay. Well, then I'll do it for you. Shut up to fucking rain for ruining my mother's basement, flooding areas of the city that otherwise aren't prone to this type of thing, and a shut up to climate change because we, as a nation, don't seem to be able to acknowledge that it exists.
No, just half of us.
Thank you.
Casey doesn't believe in climate change. He told me.
That's not. No, you made that up, sir.
How dare you?
Guys, can we just have a quiet conversation over this music?
About what?
I don't know.
I want to talk more about
Lasagna.
I love lasagna,
Lasagna's
but I
great.
also hate Mondays.
Oh yeah.
I might be Garfield.
You're Garfield.
I might be Garfield.
You are a Garfield.
Dad, you understand.
Dad.
Garfield is the greatest art form of the 21st century. This is after the great Garfield resurgence.
He'll get kicked out of the house for that. It's like he comes home like the Phantom Menace was the best one.
No, you
out
understand.
the front door.
You understand? For when he's a 6-year-old, he's going to think Phantom Menace is the best one.
No.
Kids love the prequels. This is real. This happens. This is how it works. Rebels is Star Wars for him.
We're ready to party. We're ready.
Whoa.
I don't know what that is.
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
What just happened here?
Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends.
Oh.
Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Garfield and friends.
Did Jim Davis create U.S. Acres?
Sure.
That was also a strange little project of his.
Yeah.
Wow, this is the most fascinating podcast we've ever done.
Time to wrap it up.
Listen, guys, if you've listened to this piece of shit podcast up to this point,
I thought most of it was pretty good.
What's the passcode?
Zucchini?
All right. Use the passcode hashtag Zucchini on the CTB Fan Zone Extreme,
But don't tell them this time.
and I will send you $1 via Venmo.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being a friend. Thank you very much for being a fan. Have a great day and a better tomorrow.